Hello, this is Decrease Crime because it's free. So I wanted to speak on Kevin Samuels passing um, because I think that a lot of women were hurt by his rhetoric, and a lot of people are saying stuff like we should be not talking about him in a negative manner because he's deceased. Um, we will never understand as women or feminized folks like trans women why society wants to be so kind-hearted towards men, but just so evil towards women. But I wrote some notes, so my eyes will might shift over here just so I can read them and I won't ramble off. But Kevin Samuels technically was soft pimping. That's exactly what he was doing. And the truth is that nobody knows exactly what he was doing because it came out that he had, um, you know, possibly drugs in his system, and that could have been what caused his heart attack. I think they said he was 57. I thought he said he was younger than that, but maybe that's a part of showbiz. I mean, he definitely looked older than what he said he was, but the fact that he's that old, he was close to 60, so I guess he technically lived a prosperous life. Some people don't get to see out of 20s and whatnot. Beauty is to the eye of the beholder. I mean, just because someone is big with kids or small but don't look as aesthetically appealing doesn't mean that they can't get a high value man. And a high value man definitely doesn't mean that he has a lot of money, but he may be a woman beater. We definitely don't want those kind of men. And Kevin Samuels always was talking about it didn't matter, if he was the devil himself, just as long as he had a bankroll. And that's definitely something we don't need to teach our daughters, because the fallacy is that is more men than women, and it's not. Although in certain demographics, there are a lot of men killing men, but in other demographics, it's like a lot of men killing men and women to where it's not a lot of women. And a lot of men are scared to come out of the closet because they don't want to be, target the way they target people, although they don't want to be target themselves. But I just want us to stop hurting as women, stop crying because someone doesn't see you as beautiful, and just realize that women, we need to band together because that's where the power lies. That's where the power is. And the men don't want us to do that, so they want us to feel like it's not that many men around, and that's not true. That's a lie. That's just so they could come back with, well, that's why you should help me because there's not a lot of men, and that's a lie because why should I help you as a man when the Bible says you're supposed to be providing for the family. Like God made you to where you can't give birth. You don't have 14 extra organs in your abdomen that, sometimes you can't work. So why am I taking care of you? Just because what you ask, and that's a cult leader type of thing going on with these guys. And women, it's too late in the game to not know that these guys have waged war against us. And it's just because we're marginalized and because it's profitable. It's a profit. It's a big profit to push women buttons, in so many words. And then it looked like, to a certain extent, even worse. And so, women, let's stop hurting. Let's stop crying. Even though he's gone, I'm pretty sure there's another male with the XY chromosome waiting to pop into his um, space. Another thing I want to say is with Dave Chappelle's situation, women, I want you to look at that as these men can't protect us. Just like a woman don't know when she's gonna be taken off guard. Um, Dave Chappelle saw that dude coming, and it didn't look like he could do anything but fall. I mean, women, when we get attacked and get knocked off our swivel like that, these guys, they don't help us, not because they don't wanna, but they can't. Could he help himself? No. He had the whole football squad, the home and away team, to beat up on that guy. And I just want to say kudos to that guy, whoever he was, for being that brave to stand up for what, he believed is important to him, even though he was facing a lot of opposition. I believe that he deserves a crown, a star on his crown for that in heaven, evidently, because just because people have money, and there's a whole lot of them, if it was a woman that man attacked like that, they wouldn't have did anything. So that tells you that mental health realness is definitely more than not. I think we have a lot of men out here that just have mental health realness. And I guess you would say, why am I complaining? Can I get a man and so on and so forth? I mean, um, no. These guys nowadays, they don't know what to do with themselves. They profit from taking the best out of women, and so it's too late in the game to think that there's decent guys out here to get with. That's a dream. Okay, that's like Romeo and Juliet type stuff. Is if you are a smart woman, and not a silly woman, like the Bible says, you want to keep your lamp burning, and what that means is you want to make sure you got something like this. This is not a toy. That's your man right there, because these guys, they don't feel it for us. They don't. A lot of them are addicted to drugs, and that explains why Kevin Samuels was just so evil, and he wouldn't stop, because he profit. Ladies, there's a new thing going on where drug dealers, they don't want just the money. They want the women, and they want the women to be all broken up, so that they're willing to do anything because they don't know which way to go, like gaslit. So do understand that there's two different perspectives on why these guys are so messed up. It's more than just mental health realness. They have a purpose and a plan in what they're doing, and they're very intentional. For one, the drug man, let's just say hypothetically you are addicted to drugs. You go in there to get the drugs, and the drug man keep your money and say, where's the girls? Are you gonna call the police on him? No, you're gonna go find a girl, or you're gonna do whatever you gotta do to go do it. The second perspective is these closeted guys. They're a threat to society because they have a do-on tool, or do-on-do is what I'm naming it. It's a name for it, but what these guys do is, let's say hypothetically you're a homosexual man and you find another man. But you don't know if this man is with you because he can't get a woman. So you're not really into that. He has to prove to you that he can get a woman by finding a woman that don't have a man and getting with her. And if she don't get with you, then they play games to, fight her, harass her, like hazing. And so, how do you stop hazing when it's like a part of their job? Like maybe they not getting benefits like wages, but maybe they getting that small pebble that's white, that chemical substance, crack. And, they're doing it just for God knows what, but usually it's just crack. Usually it's because they're in the closet trying to prove to their other homosexual partner that they could get a woman. And if they can't, because they loathe women, they hate that society tells them, hey, in order for you to be fixed, find you a woman. And, they feel like, well, I could do the same thing she can, why do I need a woman? So just be careful. If a man show you he don't care for women, he don't care for women. That means that you could be on the chopping block and not in a good way. So women, just cheer yourself up. Understand that these guys are doing things that they're not going to admit. Don't do know that they're not just doing it to us, that they're also doing it to other men. And that's it. So thank you for tuning in. Until next time, stay blessed. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Tell me how I'm doing. Until next time, I love you. Stay blessed.